Captain, my captain.
Captains, those who have the pleasure and responsibility of leading their teams in any circumstance, on any given day, be it to celebrate a tremendous achievement or to huddle when things aren't going well. Today there's no need for card shuffling or putting my head inside a sweets jar, as the captains have already been sorted out and all three of them represent the best features of their countries. So welcome today to a celebration of Tomás Appleton, Mihai Macovei and Merab Sharikadze, the skippers from Portugal, Georgia and Romania. So let's start with Merab Sharikadze, Lelo's version of a crossover between the T1000 and a Velociraptor. A gifted backline unit that has the full trust and confidence of his teammates, Sharikadze have been captain for Georgia for a couple of years now, and a good chunk of the achievements they conquered was due to his leadership. He is an upfront, honest and intense skipper, never backing down even when it seems that his side needs to turn back and regroup. A curious detail about him is that he never lost a match in the Rugby Europe Super Cup, which means that when he plays, the Georgian franchise never loses. As for the Lelos, he played a major role in the famous victories over Italy and Wales, playing the full 160 minutes and locking a total of 28 tackles, two of which stopped the Welsh from exploring what seemed a critical gap at the time. His decision making is one of the finest and most astute out there, showcasing a profound knowledge of what the game is asking for. Sometimes he can be a little too much, but it is just his way of fighting for his teammates and country. He already lifted the Rugby Europe Championship 5 times as a captain, and he is cruising quite quickly to achieve Centurion status, which he will get in this year's World Cup. His passion has been crucial for the Lelo success, and you will see his face a lot when September comes. Next is Tomás Appleton, a living Lobos legend who, like Nuno Sousa Guedes, has played in the World Series before making big in the 15-a-side. Appleton was always viewed as one of the best of his generation, making a big impression thanks to his quick draw tackling skills and silky handling skills, first appearing as a winger for the Lobos in 2014. The Kudul player is the living embodiment of what we consider to be a great captain. A perfect human role model, an ambitious player, and someone who refuses to leave anyone behind, even when the situation almost demands it. After 64 games for Portugal, Appleton has never once given up on the dream to take his country to the highest of levels, and his passion to still keep a full drive even when he has a full-time job as a dentist, a father, and is already taking another medical course is enough proof of the size of his heart and soul. As Sharikadze, Appleton commands his team with total focus and says the right words at the right time in the right situation. It is just lovely to see how he creates magic at every clean break, elevating the air around him to a ridiculous temperature. Finally, we have Mihai Macovei, a world myth of the sport and someone who has been captain of Romania since 2015 and will feature in his third Rugby World Cup when he is going to blow 37 candles come October. His endurance and tenacity was pivotal to rise Romania once again after the 2019 catastrophe, fighting in every second, minute and hour to not only give his very best but to push for his teammates to do the same. Do you know that feeling when all seems bleak and heading to a tragic situation, like a boat lost in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean while a huge storm is heading your way? Now imagine Macovei showing up to your side and saying that everything is going to be just fine. Without any ifs or maybes, he just takes the lead and you feel a gravitational pull to follow him and work to overcome any uncertainty. Going back to 2022, more specifically to when Romania played against Portugal in Bucharest and was trailing by almost 15 points with only 35 minutes to play, Macovei's influence changed the course of the game when he called his teammates and said the sufficient number of words to pull an unforgettable comeback. When the match official whistled for the last time, Macovei gathered his team and once again made a short but on-point speech. It doesn't matter if we were Portuguese, Spanish, Georgian, Dutch, or whatever other nationality. At that moment, you wanted to be by his side and hear what he had to say. That's Macovei's power, the will to push for our best side, fully trusting in who's beside him, devoting himself to make each one of his teammates feel capable to climb the Everest. Macovei is a Romanian centurion and the man who captained more games in his country than anybody else. So here's my love letter for these three skippers that are the backbone and soul of their teams, and the ones that can inject a moral boost when is more needed. Mihai Macovei, Tomás Appleton and Merab Sharikadze have done enough to be remembered for all time. And it's time for all of us to not blindly praise them, but to applaud the measure of their efforts in the last decade. And that's it for my third video of the Tier 2 European captains who will be in the Rugby World Cup. Tell me what you want to watch next and I'll supply something good out of my bag of treats. Leave a like, a comment and subscribe to my channel if you like. See you next time and let's wait for a big Rugby World Cup.
And Merab Sharikadze raises the trophy as the captain of Georgia.